Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a summer scrapbooking card making haul to show you today. And these are just some tools I picked up to kind of replenish my supplies, and then some other stamps and a couple of scrapbooking products that I picked up as well. So I'll start with Amazon. I needed some more foam tape, and I buy this about every 9 months. I figured out it lasts me about that long, and this is that huge foam tape roll from Scotch, and I like the 3/4 inch roll. I can use it. I feel like it covers the back. You can cover more on the back of a card, and then you can also cut it down if you need to have like thinner strips. And I don't know, I like this one better. There's a 1/2 inch one that I've used in the past, and I feel like it's just a little too thin for my liking. So I like kind of the wider option here. So I picked this up. And then another thing I grabbed were these bins, and I'll put a link to them. It's kind of hard to show you in the camera here, but they're about 8 by 9, I think. And they come in, you can pick different colors. This is the mint, purple, and then like a turquoise color. And then you get 2 of each, so you get 6 total. And these bins, I plan on using them to kind of keep my projects that I'm working on together. So I was listening to Julie Fay-Fan-Balzer's Adventures in Arting podcast, and she had an interview with the frugal crafter, Lindsay Wyrick, on. And Lindsay was talking about how she uses bins to kind of collect projects that she's working on. And I thought that was a really good idea. I use bins sometimes to just throw stamp sets in that I have to put away and that type of thing. But I never thought about having just separate bins to kind of put project items in. And then that way you can kind of have more than one project going at a time, but you have everything in one spot. So I thought these would be fun. These were really inexpensive, and they look good in my craft room. And so I thought I'd try it out, and they're big enough where they can fit cardstock and stamp sets or whatever you're working on. And then just, I figure I can just kind of stack the bins as I'm working on things. So if I have a design team project or project I'm working on for the holidays or something like that, I can just have multiple things going at a time. So I thought these would be fun to try. So that was Amazon. The next place I went was Scrapbook Pal. And for a long time, I haven't bought Copic markers in a really long time. And as I'm working, I try to kind of only keep the real basics that I need, because I'm not a professional Copic colorist or anything like that. But I do love using Copic markers. But as I've been using my Copics for a while, there were some kind of gaps in the colors that I was thinking I needed. So I was kind of looking through my colors, and what I use is this Copic chart from their website, and you can kind of fill in all the different colors that you have. So this was everything I have, and I also added in the new ones too. But there were some gaps in the greens and the oranges, and just the greens and the oranges and the yellow greens. I felt like you needed a couple more colors to kind of fill in. So I picked those up because Scrapbook Pal was having a kind of a good sale on Copics. So I picked these up, and I really like them. I'll show you the samples. So like I said, I fill in when I get new Copics, I'll just fill in the blanks here. And I try to buy kind of 3 within the color family. So, like I'll have the YG 01, 03, and 05, and then I kind of use those together, to do shadowing and that kind of thing. But I think you can also get away with just having 2 also, because some of them I just only have the 2. But these are examples of what I got. So I got a couple of the greens. This is my favorite one, is this green right here. It's like a really true green. It's YG07 and YG09. Acid green and lettuce green. And I love this lettuce green. I think it's such a pretty green. And so I felt like I needed just a true green color in my Copic collection. So that's a great addition. I also really like this. These are kind of a coral color, but it's actually, it's a YR61 and YR65. And so it's an orangish color, but it's very pretty. And then I picked up, this is kind of a different kind of green. Let's see, it's called pea green and pale moss. And those kind of go hand in hand together too. So you can use one to color everything and then the darker one to shade. And then this was kind of on its own. It's YG01 Green Bice. And that kind of fits in here with it's kind of the lightest color. It goes YG01, YG03, and YG05. So I thought these three looked nice together. You use them for maybe coloring grass, or some lighter leaves if you like to do lighter green leaves. So these are great. I really like these colors. And another thing I use too to kind of fill in, like if I'm going somewhere and they might have Copics there. I got this chart. I honestly can't remember where I got it. I don't know if I got it on the Copic website or if it was from maybe one of the scrapbooking or card making websites. It's just a Copic booklet, a swatch book, where you can kind of fill in what you have, and it just pops in your purse, and it's nice to bring along so you don't accidentally buy the same color marker that you already have. So I fill this in too whenever I get new markers. But like I said, I hadn't bought any in a while because I was pretty happy with my markers, but there were just a couple of gaps. So I'm glad I added those. And then another thing I picked up, a tool from Scrapbook Pal. I needed some more of my Glue Glider Pro glue runner. And I like this glue runner a little bit better. I was using, I can't remember what brand it was. It's the one that's the really big one that it was a little bit hard for me to thread. I really like the adhesive on it. It adhered really well, but I could not get it threaded, and I had to keep watching YouTube videos to do it. And I don't know, I couldn't pick it up. But I feel like I like this really well because it's very easy to pop in the cartridges. They come two to a pack, and they're pretty inexpensive. They don't last as long. That's the only thing, but I don't mind. But this is all you have to do to load it. It's just like this. And this is a really strong adhesive. So I use this when I'm adhering pattern paper to the front of a card or a card panel, or when I really want something to stick really well. This is a permanent adhesive. So I just keep this up on my desk right here, and it's ready to grab whenever. So I picked that up from Scrapbook Pal as well. And then over on scrapbook.com, I was kind of wanting to do a project. They were having a sale on a lot of their scrapbook.com brand things, and they had sponge daubers, and I always need sponge daubers, and they have a really good price on them. And what I wanted to do was, I don't wash mine. I use them for ink blending. I like the sponge, the small ones, and also the larger ones. And I don't wash them because I feel like it's just easier, because the sponges end up wearing out anyway. So it's not even worth it. So I keep one for every color of ink that I have. But I decided I want to keep a set for my Distress regular ink and then my Distress oxide ink, and kind of keep everything in order. So I'm replacing a lot of these. You can see after a while, I do a lot of ink blending, so they just get kind of worn out, and you just have to replace them sometimes. So these are my older ones, and I bought 2 of their containers, and these are actually really nice. They're a little bit bigger. So I'm going to, actually, I'll show you. This is an empty one. This is what they look like when you stick them in the container. And they just fit in there like that. And I'm going to have one for every color. And I might there's so many of them, I might do some for regular pigment ink too, and then have the Distress ink and the Distress oxide. Because the oxide kind of goes along with, it's sort of a pigment ink. So I might keep those all separate. But we'll see how it goes. But I definitely needed some new ones. So I picked those up, and then I got a bunch of the large ones too. I like these really large sponge daubers for doing big areas of ink blending. So that was scrapbook.com. Another thing, at the time when I had ordered, they had a free Bloom Street, it's Pink Paisley Bloom Street ephemera pack and sticker pack, and you got this for free when you ordered I think you had to order, I forget what the price limit was, on it, but it was great. So you get kind of a sampling of just some cool scrapbooking products. So I love these because I'm really into purple right now, and these flowers are so pretty. And I think I'm going to do a project where I challenge myself to use embellishments on a card, like scrapbook embellishments on a card. So do kind of like a clean and layered, bunch of clean and layered cards using these this ephemera pack. And these stickers are really nice too. Lots of purple, just really, really soft colors. And there's some plaids too, which I really like too, with some tag shaped stickers. So this is a great thing. They always, scrapbook.com always has like a little something you can get in your cart for free, or like a little sample of something. I don't know. They always, it's every day it seems to change. So I don't think they're offering this anymore, but they might have something new over there right now. So I picked that up. Another thing I got, Alta News. This is called, make sure I get the name right. Oh, I can't find the name of it. Oh, Fabulous Florets. I really liked these flowers because they were really big, and they have, like Alta News usually does in their flowers, they have a lot of layering options. So they have the open flower, and then you can add the different colors of ink to kind of get a layered design on the flower. So lots of options with this one. I like how they're really big too, because I love doing big florals on the fronts of cards. And it's always nice they give you a layering guide on the back. And I also picked up, they've been doing this a lot by offering masks to go along with their stamp sets. And these are great because, you know, if you don't want to do die cutting, you can use the mask to cover the flower and then stamp over it, so you kind of get that layered look without having a lot of bulk. So I will definitely do a video on this using the masks, and I'm just doing a clean and simple card because I think that'll be really nice. So again, that's Fabulous Florets. And then let's see, that's everything from scrapbook.com. And then the last place I picked a couple of things up was a cherry on top. And I had been wanting this stamp set from Catherine Pooler, and it just came out. It's called Peeking Pets. And I love these little animals. They're so cute, the little dogs and cats, but they're kind of, you can make it so that they peek over either just some kind of an object, or I was thinking for a sentiment, it would be really nice. So, and it's cute because they come with little party hats and a Santa hat. So it's kind of good for the whole year. And I know a lot of people who would like to get pet themed cards. So I picked this up, and then I had a bunch of ideas. I have stamp sets here that I can use these with, and I was thinking any type of sentiment stamp that is just like a straight line across. You could put the little pet, stick their little, the little face above the happy birthday, or one of these types of straight sentiments, and it would be really cute on the front of a card. So I have a lot of those I can use this with, but I just thought the variety of the pets were really cute too. So that was a cherry on top. And then the last thing I picked up was Pinkfresh Studios Let's Stay Home collection. I wanted to do scrapbooking layouts of, you know, some of the things with the pandemic that we're dealing with right now, and I thought these papers were so pretty, and they've got just some great options for sentiments and just all kinds of embellishments. So I picked up the 12 by 12 papers too, along with the 6 by 6, because I liked the smaller prints in the 6 by 6 to use for cards, but I couldn't get my hands on the journaling papers, and I really like those. I like the cut aparts, so I got those in the 12 by 12 version so I could cut them apart. But even these little ones are cute though. You can cut them apart and write on them as well. But I'll just flip through this really quick. This is again, it's called Let's Stay Home from Pinkfresh Studio, and it's just got some pretty purples and mints and just some great designs. I like this blue, and then there's some stripes, cute little city, lots of different patterns and lots of options for layouts. So, and I think you get like a couple of each pattern. And then I picked up the puffy stickers. So they just have cute little sentiments like home is the sweetest word there is, these are my people, stay home club, little workout icons, just lots of different things. And then these are just the flat stickers, the cardstock stickers. So there's a lot of different cute things, and I like all these options too, the strips. You could even use these strips with the little Peking Pets stamp set that I just showed you too, so that would be cute. So there's that. And then I found these, which I thought would be good for, sometimes I like to mix in Project Life pocket pages along with regular 12 by 12 layouts. So these are called journaling bits. And they're just, there's some nice big tags. There's some things that you could tuck in ephemera with, baking together. I like to put journaling cards in here too. And then just all kinds of little tags and different little journaling spots. So those are really cute. And then I had to get the enamel dots. I just thought the colors were so pretty. And then the ephemera pack, which I won't take everything out, but I'll kind of show you the back if you can see it. Just really pretty scripty sentiments, a lot of flowers. So I just could find a lot of use for this. I love the colors, and I think I can use it for scrapbooking. I can also use it for card making too. So I think this is a really pretty collection. So that's it for my summer scrapbooking haul. Let me know if you have any questions about anything I've showed you today. And like I said, I'll have some links at the bottom if you're interested in taking a look. And thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in my next video.